Okay, also under video effects, under color correction, this is your best friend right here, fast color corrector. Remember that one. So if you pull it into the shot here, let me show you. Okay, so under this fast color corrector, once it's been, and the same thing goes for this thing here. If you click it and drag it on the clip, it'll drop it on there. Or if you click and drag it up to here, as long as the clip is selected, it'll drop it in there. You can drop it in either place. Now this show split screen right here is really cool because you can go horizontal or vertical. And what this will allow you to do is there'll be a line right down the middle. We're on vertical right now that shows you what you changed. So first thing I like to do is go down to this input black section right here and type in 25 and see what happens. Now you see how it darkened it down quite a bit, but let's go back up here to the top to the split screen. We'll go horizontal. Now on the bottom you can see where it's lighter, so let me make it a real extreme here so we can really see it. Now the top half, see how much darker it is than the bottom half? And if I go even darker, you'll really notice it. But this is the original down here on the bottom. This is the altered version. So you can also, it's at the top of that fast color corrector. You don't have to have split screen on. You can turn that off and it'll be all the editing, or you can do split screen. I said vertical as well, so there's half and half. And what's cool about that is that you can also, this little split view right here, if you click and drag it, you can see where it moves it. So you can look at only a piece of the picture or all of it. Or what I like to do is if I'm editing, like where the girl with the Smurf shirt is on, I would probably go about right in the middle of her with that line, and that way you can see, you know, basically the half the shirt and half not the shirt. Which color do you like better? Obviously I'm too dark on the left, but I went down to 100 on this input right here. So if I go back to original, okay, so this black input right here is nice because every tone of black and shadow in here, it'll just increase it a little bit and make it a little bit sharper. Now usually 25 is about right, anywhere 25 or less. Now this output right here, this is your output black. This also changes quite a bit if you lower the number. See, and darken it up a little bit more. This input gray is a nice one to lower as well, from 1 to about 0.90, because that'll darken it up a little bit more, take out some of the grays. And then right up here, I hate too much saturation, so I always go from 80 or 100% down to about 90. Now this is a little too dark, so let's say we wanted to give it more of a bluish tone. You can click and drag. See how it changed the tone there? Or if you wanted to have more of a pinkish tone to it, this is color grading basically. Or you want more orange. And these are just to the extreme, you know, to show you. Obviously you would never use probably this extreme, but you got your greens, different tones of greens, back to your blues. And you can increase it like this, or decrease it by going back in, or increase the color by going out to the edge. Like, see, you can see how much blue is in there now versus when I'm back here. So I mean, that's starting to become an acceptable shot, and it's not quite as washed out looking as this. This is a little bit too overly bright. But the nice thing about this is the fast color corrector. Now there are options in here. You can go to these auto levels right here and click on this. What this will do is you click on something that you think is black in the shot, and something that you think is white, and you can't quite find something that's pure white in this shot, but pretty close. And that will do some color correcting for you of what it thinks it should be, you know. So a nice one to combo this fast color corrector with in the same area under video effects color correction is the RGB curves, which I showed you a minute ago. So click and drag that on here, and this will allow you to change your master tones and your red, greens, and blues. Now you can bring it up and brighten up the whole shot. You know, or bring it down and you darken up the whole thing. You know, once it takes effect here. Turn off that split screen real quick. So like I said, you can pull down your reds, you can pull down your blues, you can raise them up. And the thing is it doesn't have to be right here. I mean, you can go to any spot and make a mark and click and drag that mark to tweak this as much as you think possibly can imagine. Whatever you want to do with these different tones is possible. You know, I mean, obviously these are the extremes, but you get the idea of what the possibilities are. So, and once again, if you don't like what you did, just click this reset button right here and it'll get rid of that effect, and then click this reset button right here and it'll get rid of that effect. They'll still be in the box, but they'll be reset back to 0, which it's taking a second here, but well, you can do some trippy stuff, man. Acid flashback. So okay, so we can get rid of those for now, but that gives you an idea of some of the options under color corrector. Now this another one under fast color correctors one, RGB curves, and this 3-way color corrector is nice too, because it gives you these wheels for changing a lot of tone. So this will, you know, this will be your, I don't remember, some of these are shadows, some of them are highlights. But I mean, you really can go in and be amazed how much things that you can change just simply by going in here and tweaking, you know. And what I'm doing here is this little box allows you to toggle the effect on or off, so that way you can look at it without and with and see what you did. So obviously I did a little bit of something to it just now, but not enough to make a huge difference. But so this one, I haven't played with the 3-way color corrector a lot, but I've heard from other people that it has some nice options. But I like the RGB curves and the fast color corrector more than anything else. But there's a bunch under color correction. Like this is leave color, so you can go in and highlight like this blue, and basically, you know, it'll help you. I don't remember what this one does now, but there's an option in here for something for deleting other colors but leaving one color in the shot, so everything's black and white except for the one tone. So, but like I said, I haven't played with that one a lot either. Now, that's pretty much all I can show you in here that I can think of right now.